it going, guys? My name is Sai from EMUSIK. I teach piano, and today I'm going to give you an introduction to learning the piano. So the song we're going to start learning together today is 7 Years by Lukas Graham. So whether you've been playing for 7 years or 7 days, it's a very popular song. I'm hearing it all the time when I'm teaching or accompanying in schools, and there's always a student playing it in a practice room. So I thought it'd be a great way to introduce some key terms to you so we can get started in learning the piano. So let's break it down. So key term number 1 is harmony. So whether you can play a note on the piano or not, you can still sense the mood of a piece, whether it's happy or sad. So in music, we refer to this as major and minor. So whenever you hear something major, it's happy, it's bright, it's joyful. And whenever you hear minor, it's quite sad, dark, and serious. Now, just to show you this in context, I'm going to play 2 bits of music. One is going to be major, and the other is going to be minor. Now, hopefully you guys not only heard the difference, but felt the difference between when I played the major and the minor. So just to recap, major feels happy, feels bright, feels joyful, and minor is the complete opposite of that, so it's sad, dark, serious. Key term number 2, middle C. So this is the first note we're going to learn on the piano. So if you look to the middle of your keyboard, and then you'll notice that there's 2 different types of notes, white notes and black notes, okay? So middle C is to the left of these 2 black notes. So just to explain what I mean by this, so if you look in the middle of your keyboard, right here, so we're looking at this range here, and we're looking for the 2 black notes, and C is to the left of them, right here. That's middle C. Now we're going to move on swiftly to key term number 3, melody. Now, melody is a group of notes of various pitches, so that's how high or low a note is, which are played one after another, okay? So the melody for 7 years goes like this. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So, this melody is made up of a thing we like to call a scale. Now, a scale is a group of 8 notes. So remember when we learnt middle C? So middle C has a scale, which I'm going to show you right now. So the scale I just played you there was called the C major scale. Now, it's called that because it starts on C, middle C, the one that we learn in key term 2, and it's major, which, if you can remember, means happy, bright, and joyful. Now, the way I like to remember this is a scale being like the scales of a snake. Like, so if a snake goes like that, just imagine all the notes being on the snake's back. I don't know, it's just a funny little way I like to remember it. Now, you're probably wondering, Sai, what are the other notes called? Well, worry no more, because these notes are just the 7 letters of the alphabet, okay? Not 26, just the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay? So these are the notes we're going to be working with. But because it's a C major scale, we start on C. Key term number 4, chords. Now, a chord is a group of 3 or more notes played together as a basis of harmony. So the chords for 7 years are played in my left hand, and they go a little bit like this. So the chords we're playing are known as triads. So triads are a group of 3 notes played together. So tri means 3 notes. But there's something else about these chords that we already know about. Remember when we were going over harmony? So we were talking about major and minor. Same thing applies to chords. So major chords and minor chords. So this one is made up of both. Our first chord is A minor. So it's called this because it starts on A and it sounds sad. A minor. Boom. Next chord, C major. Same rule applies. It's called this because it starts on C and it sounds major. C major. Boom. Sounding easy, right? Next chord is F major. No tricks here. Starts with an F. Sounds happy. F major. Final chord, G major. Last one, absolutely no tricks. Starts on a G, sounds happy. G major. And there you have it. That's all your 4 chords that you'll need for 7 years. Now, just so you know, I'm not picking these letters out of thin air. Remember, these are based on the 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? And because of the notes we're on, we can build chords on top of them. So, A minor, C major, F major, and G major. We get our note, and we can build a chord on top of that. And it can sound either major or minor. And finally, keyword number 5, rhythm. Now for this, I'm going to need some sheet music. Boom. So as it says at the top, rhythm is the movement and pulse of a song or piece of music. So whenever you clap your hands, or snap your fingers, for example, that's the rhythm. Now in this frame, you'll see some blue numbers from 1 to 8. These signify a thing called bars. Okay, so bars are what we divide music into. Now I want you guys to keep the word bars in mind because we'll need it for what's coming next. So now let's go straight into it and talk about the rhythm in 7 years. So if you look on the left of the screen, there's a little number. This number here is called the tempo. So tempo refers to how fast or slow a song or a piece of music is. So in this case, 7 years has a tempo of 120 beats per minute, or BPM for short, and has a time signature of 4/4. Wait, what? Time signature? Whoa. Don't panic, okay? So remember when I said music was made up of bars? Well, a time signature tells us how many beats are in those bars. So for example, 4/4 means there's 4 beats in each bar. So if you were to clap your hands in a 4/4 bar at 120 beats per minute, it would sound like this. Okay, so now we've got our rhythm sorted, let's move on to some notes. So the notes I'm going to show you all have individual note values. So note values are how long we hold a note for. Now this note on the screen at the moment is called a semibreve, okay? And a semibreve is held for 4 beats in this case, so 1 whole bar. And it sounds a little bit like this. Our next note value is a minim. So the minim lasts for half a bar, and it sounds a little bit like this. Now, as I mentioned before, a minim lasts for half a bar, which is why it's called a half note, okay? Because it's half of a whole note. Next up, we have a crotchet or a quarter note, and they sound a little bit like this. Can you see a pattern emerging? The crotchet is called a quarter note because, you guessed it, it's half of a half. So there'll be 4 beats individually in that bar. And finally, we have the quaver. Not the crisp, but the note. The quaver, or the 8th note, and they sound a little bit like this. As you can see, the pattern continues. Now, an 8th is half of a quarter. So there are going to be 8 individual beats in this bar. So in summary, a semi-breve/whole note is for 4 counts. A minim/half note is for 2 counts. A crotchet/quarter note is for 1 count. And finally, a quaver, not the crisp, but the note/8th note, is for half a count. See if you can clap along to these rhythms at home, because then it will get your rhythm up and running for when you start to get better. As you look at all these individual notes, you're probably thinking, that looks a bit boring on this, Dave, doesn't it? Well, let's see if we can put them into 7 years, like this. Did you spot the different note values? No, I thought you did. Practice these note values off by heart, because whether you're a pianist, drummer, bassist, guitarist, trombonist, or even recorder player, like, your rhythm is one of the most important tools you can have as a musician. So, as a final recap, our key words are harmony, middle C, melody, chords, and rhythm. Also, guys, I've put a list of other keywords that I've covered in the video, so please feel free to have a look at them and recap in the video to go over everything you might have missed. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Sai from EMUSIK. To get in touch with us, please visit our website, www.emusic.co.uk, or ring the number below 0800 689 9106 to get in touch. So that's either the website, www.emusic.co.uk, or ring the number 0800 689 9106 to get in touch. Thank you again, guys, and I'll see you very soon.